Okay, well, now I'll share a little bit of my own experience being bullied in high school. Well, first of all, I would like to say that I wasn't bullied just by one person, so it might get confusing after a while. But the first person I'll talk about is well, the first guy I met in high school that ended up bullying me. Well, it really it didn't it started out pretty simple, you know. It wasn't really like one of those it wasn't one of those stories that just like he just did it and that's it, just like pushed me around or something, you know. It was more like it started out like it started out more like he was trying to talk to me, and I didn't want anything to do with anyone in the school or the class because I was already going through a whole lot of my own problems and drama at home, and so I really didn't feel like talking to anyone, and I guess that was kind of not really the best idea, because when you don't talk to people in high school or whatever and they feel like you're ignoring them, you end up looking more like you're stuck up than anything. I never meant for it to be that way, but it did. I'm not a very like I'm a friendly person, but I'm also really shy. So I tend to not talk to people first, and I also tend to not really respond much to them. If I don't have anything to say to them, I won't say anything to them at all. Yeah, but anyways, I guess that was the point. The point is that I didn't really talk to him. Like he would ask. He came to my desk one day, and he started asking me a few questions, and I was just like, I wasn't really answering him. I was kind of like ignoring him, and when I was answering him, I was giving him like, yeah, uh-huh, okay, you know, stuff like that, you know. I guess to him it seemed more like I was being a bitch, that I was just ignoring him and playing hard to get or something. I don't know, but it's not like I ever found out why he was bullying me that whole time. I mean, there was not really a rumor because I heard it for myself, but there was a thing, well, like there was a time in which I found out he actually liked me. So it was kind of awkward. I was like, that makes no sense to me. Why is he bullying me if he likes me? I was really confused, you know. It didn't make any sense to me why anyone would do that. Um, Alright, but the point is that yeah, at first he was just trying to say hi to me here and there, hey, what's up, whatever, and I just like kind of didn't give him time of day, and he even like he he saw me around my block once, I remember, and I didn't. It's not like at that time he was kind of being a douche towards me because I wasn't going to school and stuff, so he would say stupid things like, "Oh, what are you, a dropout now?" And I was like, "Wow, what a dick." So I didn't answer him at all. I was like, well, now I'm definitely not gonna talk to you, you know? So, like, I saw him around my block, and he was just like, "Hey, what's up?" You know? And I was like, um, hi. I was so confused as why he was around my block. I was like, I didn't even know he lived here or anything. I could have sworn he lived downtown. But apparently it was his father that lived around there, and that was weird to me. But whatever. I didn't like that he talked to me outside of school, and I wasn't comfortable with it considering he was calling me a dropout in school. You know, so I didn't appreciate that, and I just kind of like, yeah, whatever, and then I walked away. And I guess in a way, now that I think about it, I did make it kind of worse for myself. But I didn't think it'd go in the direction that it went in, basically. Um, okay, so I don't know how this happened, but in school, whenever I would see him, he started doing stupid things like say he would purposely ask to hand out handouts in class, and when he'd get to my desk, he'd go and like here, and then he'd like put it away, you know, like he was like basically pretending to give me the paper and then not really giving it to me, and I was like, it pissed me off because I was like, really, you're gonna be that immature? So Like I would just be like, can you just give me the damn paper, you know? And then like when he would give it to me, he would just like crumple it up and put it on my desk. I'm like, what an asshole. And that's from there I just hated him. Like automatically in my head I was just like, you know what, I am never gonna be nice to him because he is such a dick. And so that's what I did. I started being mean to him, not purposely, but like when he tried to get next to me or like he tried to say anything to my friends or whatever, I just treated him like he was, like, what are you doing around me, you know? But um, I didn't provoke it. I didn't instigate it. I didn't want him around me, and I made sure he knew I didn't want him around me because he was a jerk to me. He should know he's a jerk. So basically I would just ignore him and stuff, and little by little I thought it was going away at first because he stopped bothering me for a while, but then again I also stopped coming to school for a while. And so I guess a few times he noticed I came back to school, whatever, I was there, and then out of nowhere, like a few times in the hallway, he would push me, and I would just be like, really? Like, what are you doing? You know? And I didn't take him seriously because I was so confused about it. But then I noticed that it started getting even more aggressive, and it became a cycle. Every time he saw me in a hallway and I wasn't around anyone else, he would push me. He would push me really hard. And a few times he pushed me onto lockers or something and just like walk away. And I'm just like, why is he being a dick? Like, I don't deserve this. I didn't do anything to him that was wrong. All I did was not want to be involved with him. And he should have at least respected that I didn't want to talk to anyone. It's not like I was talking to anyone else more than I was talking to him, you know? Like that, like, what made him think that he was so special that I was purposely ignoring him and only him, you know? But I had a few friends here and there in high school, but not really. Not any close ones, not any real ones. So yeah, so it wasn't good for me, and it was a bad thing. And my computer's dying. Hold on. Okay, computer's no longer dying. Yay. Yeah, so the point is, I felt like his bullying was out of nowhere and was just being spiteful because I didn't want to talk to him. Like, that's the gist of what I got from what he was doing to me. That's what I thought this was all about, you know? And I don't know, there was times where like he wasn't, you know, doing anything, but the times when he was trying to hurt me purposely, there weren't good times, you know. And those are the times I remember the most because he went out of his way to embarrass me. I mean, okay, let me bring this one time up so you can understand how much he embarrassed me in school. Well, high school, and I had summer school once in ninth grade, and since he was bothering me around that time, he had summer school as well. He decided one day while I was just sitting by myself because no one else was talking to me, he decided that he wanted to dump his lunch on me, and I don't mean like on me like head on me, like just over my head or anything. No. He thought it was funny to try to do that while like he came from behind me, so I didn't know what was gonna go on. And so yeah, but anyway, the point is that he literally just like tried to, I don't even know what it was, but he tried to put whatever his lunch or breakfast was in my, like, the back of my pants basically. And I was like I got really pissed off and embarrassed because, you know, there was people there and no one did anything about it. And it was like they either, the people who saw laughed at it, or the people who would have been able to stop it weren't paying attention at the moment. And so like that made me feel as if like I wasn't even there to anyone else but the people who laughed at me. So like that was a terrible moment for me. It was embarrassing, and I'm really embarrassed to say it right now, but I want to understand. I want you guys to understand a lot of the humiliation I went through, a lot of the stress and drama that went on while I was being bullied, because that kind of embarrassment, that public embarrassment, it feels, you know, it weighs on you, and it's really terrible. And you know, I still remember it, and sometimes I feel like cursing him out because, like, you know, I don't really. I'm glad I don't talk to him. I'm glad I don't know him. Like, I'm glad I don't have to have something to do with him right now because we're not at school anymore. So that's good. But it still pisses me off. Basically, when I think back at it, I'm still like, wow, high school was like shit to me. Like, it sucked. It really sucked. And, you know, being as he did this kind of stuff to me for 4 years, on and off, it wasn't a good feeling, and I hated it. And it's like, it's not. I already had like other people making fun of me, you know. I didn't need him to add to all the drama. And